4 start. This one, they'll tie for first and starts in the American League. It's currently tied.
Yards. Lars Nootbaar grounds the first ball over to the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle. There's Wilson Contreras is out with a hand contusion. Nolan Gorman was placed on 83 and 69. But with one more loss, the Cardinals will suffer their first losing season since 2007. And Goldschmidt takes a cutter down and away.
Yeah, something's going to give tonight. It's been a good series.
Orioles 8-2 into Atlanta in the majors. The cutter well off the plate, 92 miles per hour. And Goldschmidt grounds the sinker out of play. What's it
right down the bottom of the knees? When he's at his best, he's creating ground balls.
Goes the sinker there and misses. Goldschmidt hit 1. Palacios hit 2 yesterday. Team but Toronto. It's poked away. Foul by Alec Burleson, the Cardinal first baseman tonight.
To start in center, Santander in right. Your double play combination, Mateo and Westberg. Gunnar Henderson.
Curveball is knocked out of play by the 20. Gibson, a Missouri native, and Andrew Kisner have faced him. Another cutter fouled away by Burleson, still 1-2. Good minor league power. Burleson 22 home runs in the minor, you think. Burleson on the ground to second, sucked up by Westberg, over to Mateo. Rocket throw is fault. The Orioles 91 and 53, and they've got as many righties as they can squeeze in. Major league start, and Rom begins it with a low fastball to Rutschman.
Yeah, he was traded from the Orioles to that was against the Phillies, 5-30. Only gave up 2 runs. What's odd about Drew Rom, his first 2 starts he struck out a total of 10.
With a 1-1, and Adley Rutschman pops it up out of play down the right field line off the Drew Rom sweeper.
Yeah, Rom was born in Cincinnati.
2-2 for Rutschman, who's up to. And Rutschman gets a piece of that Rom sweeper. To Norfolk. Rutschman on a sinker hits a line drive into center, flag down. Here's a strike to Ryan Mountcastle. Runs by Adam Wainwright and a few relievers. 4 Cardinal relievers combined for 4 shots. So now at 2-2. No swing required there.
Yeah, and Rom
yanked that one, a sinker well inside. So Mount
fielding percentage. O'Neill in left. Nootbaar gets to start in center. Walker back out in right. You double play combination.
On there. Who takes strike 1. Castle at first. And a sinker off the plate to Anthony. But another 2 qualified Orioles hitters. Tom's thrown a little harder here. That's more at his usual speed at 91.
A couple of times already, so he's going to show you some different arm slots. And there's a really good fastball at 92, just perfectly painted. Cardinals, look where he is and look where the glove is. That's a really good pitch on a 2-strike count.
Austin Hayes got a high splitter. And Austin will put one in the air to center. Nootbaar started in. Cycles.
And boy, has he been a leader in the clubhouse as well.
Ball on to Tyler O'Neill. This was
is pushing back and forward and down. There's a good cutter to the outside part. So Mountie back out.
The Orioles in a difficult position here and it's a good banged up team, healthy. Ball to third. Gunnar Henderson went to the glove, and Gunnar Henderson makes another.
And in, I mean, right off the dirt. And how about the pace of that throw over to first base? I mean, this
stretch on the throw. Obviously, he wants to play. Future damage.
Well, you could look at you could just look at his face. Tell you, he's hurting.
There's a dart of a cutter. He's throwing with some extra velocity to
man rotation is. Well, it does tax your bullpen. a really good sweeper.
And today, Cole Irvin was optioned to AAA. Hate to see that. Down and away. And Gibson obliged, but Walker took. That's just outside. Oh, at 3-2. Oh, he went to the cutter instead, and Jordan Walker has the second.
Solid today's game.
Andrew Kisner strikes a cutter out of play. 0-2.
Cardinals have a pretty good run lately. 8-5 in their last.
Backup Kisner. You see what Adam Wainwright's going to be doing during his final home. Musician Adam Wainwright. Gibson with a called third strike to get Kisner
For the game and level.
Yeah, it's just
batting for St. Louis. 2 hitless innings so far for Kyle Gibson, who's walked 4 for 25. For being a longtime member of the Cleveland minor. Nolan Arenado has the night off for sense of series for him. As for me, it takes ball 2.
Yeah, throw in there.
Ball by Fermin will find us. No chance. Lewis hit. Pretty good runner. Fermin is on at first as Mason. There's a bunt laid down by Wynn, and he is out 1-3.
Yeah, the Rays have already won today, so the Orioles lead at 2.5 going into this game.
That's ball 2 to Lars Nootbaar. There's one very so if they win just one of the 4 games, even with a double in the series, but not deep enough. Third on a long and loud, but hasn't struggled in many spots over the years.
Yeah, MVP.
John was really pleased with how he felt coming out of the start. I talked to him before. But that's Paul Goldschmidt, who was the 246th pick.
Any guys bats that are like his bat. Gibson's been trying to live on the outside edge.
2. Bouncing ball to second base. Westberg was shaded up the middle, and Gibson strand. Orioles hoping for a run against Drew Rom, former Oriole, for 2 days this year. Longtime Oriole.
By Rom so far. Pretty much doing what we thought he would do, what the scouting report says. Throws a lot of fastballs. Of fastballs anybody in baseball. Jorge Mateo hadn't been playing a lot, but when he has been.
And Mateo will get on base. Took a fastball a little bit.
Second base.
So Ryan, his spot. The ball's drilled foul by Rutschman. And Adley strikes out on a sweeper. That's 3 strikeouts. Strike 1.